What's up, motherfuckers? The rules here, back again with another video. Decided to go to the gym, make this video in the gym. This is a media response to Dosh Kebab, something I think is what his name is, or Jam Brandon. So, he was saying in his last video, whatever video it was kind of recently, that basically there are certain people who will never find love in their life. And some people are meant to be lonely, and all the other bullshitters out there who say, well, you need to wait, you're a good person, good things will happen to you. That's bullshit, it's not real. I completely agree with that statement, yes and no, it's not. Because you know what, if you're weird, you're creepy, if you're different, nobody's gonna like you. So, in order for you to get as much sex as you want, in order for you to get as much things as you want out of life, you have to cheat the system. So for instance, if you cannot get laid, you have to pay for sex, and that's normal. Even though it's technically breaking the law, but who gives a fuck? Because you know what? Law favors strong people. Women favor strong people. So if you're a weak piece of shit, everybody's gonna treat you like a piece of shit. So therefore, you should get power and treat people the same way, like they're pieces of shit. Okay? That's how it is. If people give you this, they should get the same thing back. If women don't wanna fuck you, get yourself a prostitute. But when it comes to love and things, you know, that's different. Yes, if you're weird and creepy, women are not gonna love you regardless. You can try hard and you may just be alone for the rest of your life. Because you're not an alpha male. Some women say, you know, we like loving men, etc., etc. Well, there are a lot of issues, so I'm facing with it like women like a man who can do things. And a man who cannot, it is what it is. That's why, like, it's true that for weak men, drinking is not good and doing other things are not good. You need to work out, do things, be active, I guess. And people say, you know, you do things and then things come to you. But not necessarily, I mean. Because the unfortunate thing about life is that you can do things, you can work hard and get this little payoff, okay? And like my thing is like, why should I work hard if I'm not getting shit? New Jam Brandon 25, I just turned 28, okay? My birthday was Thursday, I turned 28 years old. So, and I've only been in a relationship with my life with 2 women. And the rest of the women are just, you know, whom I fuck, that were just like hookers and one night stands pretty much. Because I did have a couple legitimate one night stands where I actually didn't have to pay for it at all. It was actually real. But also, it's hard because I'm not from here, like, what to talk to women about. Because see, a lot of things, like for me, because I'm from Russia, a lot of things which Americans think are cool, to me this is just bullshit. Now I like some American music like Eminem, Tupac, I like rap from 2000s, but when it comes to like modern music, I like Bruno Mars kind of, he's kind of cool, but like the stuff, like mainstream stuff, I think this music is a piece of shit. I'm old school, die hard old school. And like I said, I have a problem with people because of their passive aggressiveness and being flaky. And like people trying to be nice and polite, that could have a different mentality, like for instance, people cannot understand my aggressiveness and why you so weird and aggressive. And then I watch some Russian stuff, I watch some Russian videos with Russian nation and it's Russia's for Russians. Let's beat people up and all that shit. I can connect to that stuff kind of easier. And it's funny thing, because you know I'm Russian and Jewish. In the United States, when I can go out with Jewish people or Russians, I can kind of relate to them. Like I consider myself mixed. That's why like these two ethnic groups, Jews and Russians, I can connect to. Third one, of course, this is black people, but this is still not the same. Okay, so it's generally not easy to find yourself somebody, especially if you're different in some ways. If you're mainstream person, it will be easier because you know what, you're Jack, you're strong, you act American, you find yourself American girl. Will American girls go for the guy like me? Probably not. Even if, let's say, I would be normal, some people don't think that I'm normal. They think that I'm more normal than Tada. I'm still not normal, but regardless of that normality factor, just generally, shit, there are a lot of other normal people who are having hard time in relationships. So, like, you know, some people say, you know, you weird, you creep, you can find yourself a girlfriend, right? But then there are a lot of normal people who don't have any disabilities or weirdness or creepiness, and for whatever reason they cannot find themselves someone. They just can't find girlfriends, boyfriends. And then there are a lot of peeps who just fucked every movement they can, and they still, at the end of the day, they're still lonely because they cannot find the same vibes. They just fuck bitches. Of course, these people are a little bit better off than me in some ways, even though I have a girlfriend, but in my opinion, I'm not doing too good with her because, like I said, she's African, I'm Russian. Also, I don't know, just dealing with people, talking to people is a challenge. Because you know, she has a kid too, that's another problem. Expecting you to act a certain way. And generally people from that part of the world are more polite and have different mentality, like I said. I never dated a Russian woman actually, but I had girls for Russian women, and when I've been myself around them, even though I know that these girls are not gonna go out with me or date me, at least if I tell them how I feel, they're not gonna tell me I'm weird, I'm creepy. I can be myself around them. Like, granted, Russian girls, they might not find me as a boyfriend, but like, if I have a problem and I can express myself and I say, okay, you know, do you feel me? This pisses me off, that pisses me off, and I'm maybe being kind of rude and aggressive. Like Russian girls, they're not gonna take offense to it. I know that. Like Russian girls, like American girls, they may think that I'm weird, I'm creepy, they took offense to it. Russian girls, even though they're not gonna date me because I'm not big, I'm not strong, and I have social problems, but Russian girls, they still gonna understand me and feel me. And American girls, they're gonna say that I'm weird, but they're also not gonna understand me and feel me. So, regardless how strange am I know that if I would be dating a Russian girl or a Russian Jewish girl, at least she would understand me in some ways more than girls from other cultures. This is what mom used to tell me, so. But yet I'm doing what I want to do and that works out, but I mean, it is what it is. Like, you have to date your own kind, that's kind of easy. I mean, you can date somebody from different kinds, but then the thing is going to be a little bit more difficult because there are certain things, like girls who are not Russian or Jewish, they're just not going to understand certain things about my personality or behavior or whatever, some issues. Okay?